Alright. Hello and welcome back to That Garden Life. We are at episode 10. If you're new here, my name is Mihaela Gruja. I make weekly videos about motherhood, entrepreneurship, and I also have a weekend series called That Garden Life where I show you our garden transformation. Last week in episode 9 I showed you many exciting updates. We finished the rock wall in the back garden and also revealed our time capsule project and the angel fairy. This week we welcomed Terry back on site and he was joined by Ian and Tom. The task for the team was pretty simple: finish pretty much everything. Most importantly, they had to start with the side garden. As a reminder, this is what our side garden used to look like. It was as simple as pavement all the way to the back of the house. We didn't remove this asphalt, as you'll see. On Monday, the team showed up bright and early and started putting up the side fence panels. This was a big task, an important task for us because we really wanted privacy from our side neighbors. On Monday, we also agreed what gates we wanted for the side gate, but also for the front gate. This proved to be a challenging decision because we can't quite get the woods to match in the front of the house. And in the end, we're gonna have to stain them, but more on that in another video. Hello, it's Monday the 3rd of August. It's the end of the day actually, it's 8 p.m. I just came outside to see what progress has been made today. Ian and Terry were here on site and they started putting up the fence. It looks so good, and they also finished the driveway, so I'm going to show you right now. On Tuesday, they set the stones in the side garden, the stepping stones from the driveway all the way to the garage. On the same day, they cleaned up this area in front of the garage and used the same Indian paving stones to create an entrance into the garage that would stop the gravel from blocking the door. On Tuesday, we also got an exciting delivery for the timber that we'll be using for the planters on the side of the house. This is plank timber used typically for scaffolding, which means that it's very strong, it's very thick, and it will last longer in the English weather. In our vision video, we explained that for the side garden, we wanted space to grow vegetables and fruit. It made most sense for us to have it there because this is where we get most sun, and this would be perfect for a working area. There was so much sawdust in the garden and in the house this week because Ian had to basically cut all of this timber and get it ready for assembly for the planters the following week. So on Wednesday, that's what he did. And it was also on this day that they built the pergola, which is this beautiful wooden arch that is now the entrance to the secret garden. On Thursday, they relayed the stepping stones for the secret garden. We used to have these square ones, but we wanted to match them with the stepping stones on the side of the house. Instead of having them square, they cut them into these irregular shapes leading up to the fairy, which makes a lot more sense because of the theme of the secret garden. Now, another job that had to be done this week was to take out this bit of the fence and replace this with a new panel and add a new cement post. This effectively creates a very clear separation and demarcation between the lawn in the back garden and the entrance to the secret garden. You see here that the fence is stained a different color. This is something that Garrett did at the weekend. We decided to do this because this is truly a shaded woodland garden, and we wanted the fence to really blend into the greenery and not stand out as a line of demarcation. On Thursday, they also finished the entrance into the secret garden. We had this step and they placed a membrane between the soil and the gravel to stop weeds from coming through, and then set a paving stone as a step into the secret garden. By the end of the week, they also added trellises into the secret garden, making the space much more private and discreet. In the front garden, what was left to do was to decide on a topper for this retaining wall. We were supposed to have this topper matching the sandstone that's currently on the tread of our staircase, but it would seem that the stonemason was hit in the head with a 16-ton piece of granite, because otherwise I don't understand why he's not picking up our calls. Anyway, changing plans, Ian had the idea of using the same blocks that we use for the driveway to create a topper for the retaining wall, and this would add continuity but also save costs. Our philosophy is to really own this decision, make it as intentional as possible, and if we can pull it off, great. Check back in next week to see if you like the look of it, but this is a decision we made with the resources we had available. It was also on Friday that we got some plants delivered, just in time for our planting plans in 2 weeks' time. overall, the garden is about 85% done. What we've got left is to install the gates and also to do the planting. Still more to go, but we're very close. Check back again next Sunday to see the planters that we'll have on the side of the house and the amount of space that we have to grow vegetables. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye!